The Parker household in Surrey was usually a peaceful place, filled with the soft hum of Eleanor Parker's favorite classical music and the faint smell of fresh tea leaves from the kitchen. But today, peace was far away. Today, Eleanor's 20-year-old daughter, Amelia, was on a one-woman mission to drive her mother completely mad. Amelia was a whirlwind of carelessness wrapped in a pastel blue t-shirt and wide-leg jeans. She was bright, clever, and full of energy. But responsibility, that was another story. It all started that morning when Amelia grabbed a piece of toast, a glass of water, and plopped herself on the sofa to eat. She left crumbs everywhere, balancing her water glass dangerously close to the edge of the coffee table before wandering off mid-bite to check her phone. "Amelia, your plate," Eleanor called from the kitchen, where she was washing up breakfast dishes. "In a minute, Mum," Amelia shouted back, mouth full, eyes glued to her screen. Eleanor sighed. "In a minute," she thought. That was Amelia's favorite line. She had a feeling this minute would last all day. True enough, 10 minutes later Eleanor walked into the living room and saw the plate still there. The glass of water now sat in a small puddle, water dripping off the side of the table onto the rug. "Oh, for heaven's sake," Eleanor muttered, rushing to grab a towel. She dabbed at the mess, shaking her head. It wasn't the first time. Last week Amelia had left the back door wide open. A neighbor's cat wandered in, leapt onto the counter, and nearly sent an entire carton of eggs smashing to the floor. Before that, Amelia left the hose running in the garden for half an hour, flooding Eleanor's favorite flower bed. But today's water spill felt like the last straw. Eleanor stomped up the stairs. She found Amelia sprawled on her bed, earbuds in, legs kicking lazily as she scrolled through her phone. "Amelia Parker." Eleanor's voice carried the weight of 1,000 warnings. Amelia jumped, yanking out her earbuds. "What?" Eleanor planted her hands on her hips. "Do you know what's happening downstairs while you're lying here like the Queen of Sheba?" Amelia blinked. No. "Water. All over my carpet. Because you can't carry a glass to the sink like a civilized human being." Amelia winced slightly but shrugged. "It's just water, Mum." Just water?" Eleanor spluttered. "So when it soaks into the carpet and ruins it, it's still just water? When it drips into the plug socket and fries the Wi-Fi router, is it still just water?" Amelia bit her lip, looking sheepish but also trying not to smile. "Okay. I'll clean it in a bit." "In a bit?" Eleanor threw her hands in the air. "That's your answer to everything. The laundry? In a bit. The dishes? In a bit. That door you left open so half the street could walk in? In a bit. I'm sick of hearing it." Amelia tried to lighten the mood. "You know, Mum, you might live longer if you stress less." Eleanor narrowed her eyes. "Oh, I'll live longer all right. It's you who won't survive the next 5 minutes." Before Amelia could react, Eleanor marched over and pointed at the mess in her daughter's room, clothes strewn across the chair, empty crisp packet on the floor, half-finished mug of tea on the windowsill. "Look at this place. You're 20 years old, Amelia. When I was your age, I had a job, paid my rent, and kept my flat spotless." Amelia sat up slowly, fiddling with the hem of her t-shirt. "Times have changed, Mum." "Not in this house, they haven't," Eleanor shot back. "In this house, we respect things. We look after what we have. And we certainly don't leave water to soak into the carpet because we're too busy scrolling on our phones." Amelia opened her mouth to argue but closed it again. She knew her mother was right, mostly. Eleanor sighed dramatically. "You know what? Talking clearly doesn't work with you. I've tried reasoning, I've tried warnings, but no. You need to learn in a way you won't forget." Amelia tilted her head. "You're not going to give me a lecture, are you?" Because I've got plans later and lecture. Oh no, darling, Eleanor said, a wicked smile spreading across her face. This lesson doesn't involve words. Before Amelia could escape, Eleanor pounced like a cat, pinning her daughter gently on the bed. Mum, what are you? And then the tickling began. Mum, no, not that. Amelia squealed, twisting as Eleanor's fingers danced across her stomach. This, Eleanor announced, her voice calm but her hands merciless, is for the glass of water. Mum, stop. I can't breathe. Amelia gasped between helpless giggles, her face turning bright red. And this, Eleanor continued, tickling harder as Amelia thrashed and kicked, is for the garden hose flooding my roses last week. Amelia shrieked with laughter. I said I was sorry. Oh, you'll be sorry, Eleanor said, fingers moving to Amelia's sides, for the door you left open, the plates you abandon, the socks I keep finding on the stairs, Mum. Okay. I'll clean everything, I promise. Amelia howled, tears of laughter streaming down her face. But Eleanor wasn't done. Oh no, not yet. This is for every I'll do it later you've ever said to me. Amelia was laughing so hard now she could barely speak. I can't, take it anymore. Eleanor gave one last, dramatic tickle before finally sitting back, satisfied. Amelia lay there gasping for breath, clutching her stomach, cheeks flushed from laughter. You're evil, she muttered between giggles. Evil? No, darling, Eleanor said sweetly. Effective. Amelia sat up slowly, hair a mess, eyes watery from laughing so hard. Okay. Fine. I get it. No more mess. No more in a bit. Happy. Eleanor folded her arms. Ecstatic. Now go clean up before I decide round 2 is necessary. Amelia scrambled off the bed so fast Eleanor nearly laughed again. Downstairs, Amelia wiped up the water, carried her plate to the sink, and even vacuumed the rug without being asked. Eleanor watched from the doorway, sipping her tea with a triumphant smile. Later, Amelia tackled her bedroom too, clothes folded, books stacked neatly, rubbish thrown away. She even dusted the shelves, glancing nervously toward the door every few minutes as if expecting her mother to appear with tickling fingers ready. When Eleanor finally peeked in, her eyebrows rose. Well, miracles do happen. Amelia rolled her eyes. Laugh it up, Mum. Just, let's keep the whole tickle thing between us, okay? Eleanor smirked. As long as you keep this room clean. Otherwise, the whole street will hear about it and hear you. Amelia groaned but couldn't hide her smile. Lesson learned. Seriously. And judging by how spotless the house stayed for the next week, Eleanor knew the message had gotten through, laughter and all.